What was your reaction to that?
Kind of disappointed. I feel like you draft a guy number one overall with that kind of talent. Um, you're essentially giving him the keys to your organization. I just feel, there's a responsibility there to make sure, obviously, one, coaching, but teaching, right? And making sure that this player has everything that he needs to develop in a way that you leave nothing unturned, right? And reading that, I know if that was me, I got drafted at number 28, in the first round, and I still needed that, right? Like I still needed guidance and direction
Hmm.
to kind of develop in ways so that the nuances of the game came easy to me, right? The game started to get slower to me really fast because of my habits, right? And things that was able to learn from my tight end coach and a few really awesome veterans that I was able to attach to. And obviously, it's not too late, but it's still I didn't like reading that or hearing that per se.
Was that something that you knew was going on? Like what? Like I don't even understand how that would work. Like, were you surprised by that? I'm sure you made yourself available to Caleb.
Yeah, yeah, no, I was definitely surprised by it, and I think how it works around the building. Like you're in your position groups the most, right? So
Mm.
you don't necessarily like you see each other in passing, you get in the locker room, you mix it up in the locker room, and obviously in practice you're going at it, but you spend the most time with your position coach in your room and with your group. And so definitely, we didn't notice that it was happening, but um, now that I think guys are aware of it, obviously in that building, like it's not going to repeat itself for sure. And Caleb and I have developed a really good relationship over this last year. Like we spent holidays together during the season, and we hung out here, obviously in LA. And
Great.
um, he's a guy that wants to be great. He's a guy that can admit that he doesn't know it all. And part of it is, what I told him is in most situations, not just football, you have to learn how to become an active listener, right? Like you played this game for as long as you have, like there's a certain amount of knowledge that you think that you do have, but there's so much more if you're able to just open up your mind and just be an active listener, and not necessarily think you have all the answers, but even if you do have the answer, just sometimes sit back, listen, you'll learn more that way. And that's something that we've kind of harped on a little bit together. And me talking to him about that kind of holds me accountable to do the same because I feel like in this world in general, not just sports, but in this life, and being able to connect with people and connect with things around you, being an active listener is super important. And I think that's going to be essential to take his game to the next level.